Hello and welcome back to Triple Gaming with me, Fletcher.
And welcome to another Warthunder replay. And today we've got a very special little light tank, this AMX13 F11 French light vehicle. Before we get into the battle, don't forget, if you have not already liked, commented or subscribed, please consider doing so for more content from all of us at Triple Gaming. So what is this little light tank like? Well, it's a very quintessential light vehicle. No armor, a reasonably okay gun, and it's small and easy to hide. And today this is a match I played a few weeks ago before I caught COVID, which really does demonstrate how a sneaky little light tank like the AMX13 can be very effective on the battlefield. The gun is only a 75mm, but it is very effective if you can catch the enemy side on when they're not expecting it. And we're going to get a demonstration of how best to use this vehicle on this. It's not one of my most liked maps. I actually don't really like this map on Warthunder. Basically, there is a village in the middle, a town in the middle, and there are lots of relatively flat ground either side which you can use for some cover and hull down positions. So I am in the bottom of the screen there, and we're going to switch to my view. And here we go. So this is about a couple of minutes into the battle. I've driven all the way down one flank, and what I wanted to do was to get my tank into a position where the enemy just isn't going to be expecting me to take shots at them from the side, because this tank's gun, while not too bad, most of the tanks it comes up against from the front, it won't be able to go through them. So what I want to do is basically I'm looking to see if I can hide around these larger I think they're barns or hangars, or these just large garage buildings here. They are big enough for me to slink into and hide around, and they've got lots of holes through the walls as well, which means I can poke my gun out and just take quick shots. But at the moment, no one is showing up anywhere near where I'm looking so far. So I'm just scouting around, just seeing if anyone is going to poke themselves out, and so far no one has. And I was starting to think I might have to move my position with my tank, but then someone does actually finally pop out. It's a derpy Sherman, and there we go, through the side of the tank, and that is him out. And let's have a quick replay of this. So you can see I'm down in the bottom there. There is my shot. There's the derpy Sherman. And I've gone straight through the side plate, and directly behind where I've penetrated his armor there is a big ammunition rack. So that is why he is blown up almost instantly. And that was my first kill of the game. And fearing I might be discovered, I now decide to hide around these garages. And I'm basically going to spend most of the game around these garage buildings, just sneakily taking pop shots at the enemy. I'm keeping an eye on the vehicles behind those buildings. They are KV2s. KV2s are dangerous tanks to encounter, but he has got his turret turned, and I can easily put a shot through the back of his turret, killing that KV2. So that's 2 kills to me. And I can just notice someone coming up behind me, so I'm going to sneak into this building. I was hoping to get a shot through that wall at him, but instead he just drives past, doesn't even notice me. My shot takes out his engine, sets him on fire with the fuel tank, and one more shot kills him stone dead. Let's have a look at the replay of that. So here I am in the bottom corner again. This is going to be my shot that kills the KV2. So there he is. He's a massive derp tank and a massive turret, so it's not difficult to spot him. And that just goes straight through the back of the turret, where the armor is not particularly thick, and sets off his colossal ammunition. That thing's ammo is huge. The shells are massive, so any shot that goes through that turret tends to ammo rack him. So that's KV2 dead. And let's switch to the Panzer IV now. So here he is just driving straight past. He isn't even aiming at me. He is in actual fact aiming at somebody else. He hasn't realized he's taken a shot there from someone else on my team. I think the Panzer IV was more distracted by my teammate, who I believe is in the distance there, just between the trees. Let's go and have a look at that. Yeah, this little M24 Chaffee here, I think is what he's actually more distracted by. And so he completely doesn't check his flank. And in a minute my shot is going to pop out of those garages. And there it goes, and that's him on fire. He takes another shot from the M24 Chaffee just as he bursts into flames. But he is now stuck dead. And he's got heavy damage, so he's not really able to respond to that. Let's speed up the replay quickly just so we can get to the next shot. There it is. Into the side of the tank. The Panzer IV is not particularly well armoured, and the side armour is very flat and very thin, and my shell easily goes through, sets off his ammunition, and that is kill number 3 for the little AMX13 F11. Now at this point I was thinking that that would probably be it for this match, because usually 3 kills is about as many as I get with this light tank before I make a mistake and end up dead. Fearing any more possible targets coming towards me, I switch garages. I notice there is a tank there, but he is shot by the M24 Chaffee. And I'm just sneaking around now, just trying to see if I can spot anybody else without necessarily putting myself at risk. I take a shot at another KV-2 there, but miss. And I can see that there are other tanks over there, in through the side of a Panzer IV there that was hiding in the bush line. That's kill number 4. And I believe there is another Panzer IV that I'm trying to spot. And then I notice this T-34 here. I think he's coming to get me, but he doesn't even look. If we actually get that in the replay here, I think we'll have a better look at what's going on. So here's my initial shot that kills the Panzer IV hiding in the bush line. Here is my 75mm shell heading through those bushes, and there he goes. Ooh, I've moved the camera too far forward. Through the side again of the Panzer IV, the side armor and the side skirt armor there just not thick enough to prevent my shell from going in. You can actually see my render is stuck there in the side skirts, but the shell has gone all the way through, sets off the ammunition, and kills that Panzer IV. And I believe that grey Panzer IV there will be another target of mine shortly, but that's 4 kills so far. Kill number 5, this T-34, let's switch to him. So he is, I initially think he was looking for me, because he has turned his turret towards my direction, but he's actually looking away from me as he continues up this side road. You can see his turret turning. So I don't actually think he knows I'm there until my shell goes straight through his side armor there and once more sets off his ammunition. These French rounds, they are very reliable in terms of their post-penetration damage. I do quite enjoy a lot of the French tanks in Warthunder, which is a surprise because I don't generally like many French vehicles in World of Tanks. So that T-34 is gone, and that's 5 kills now to me. I'm looking for kill number 6. I track that Panzer IV there. Without him being able to move, I have the advantage. I can take my time just lining up a shot. That's not gone through. Just roll a little bit forwards. Another attempt to shoot whatever is in the distance there, but no, that doesn't connect with anything. There's the Panzer IV. Nope. Panzer III. And I'm going to ignore him. When playing a light tank, it's very important to decide when you are going to push and when you're going to just hide. Because you've got no armor in a light tank, so you've really got to choose your targets well. And I'm very, very nervous about this KV-1 that is suddenly rolling up my way. My tank is not capable of taking on a KV-1 at all. The round just cannot go through the front unless I can catch the driver's hatch, which is going to be very difficult from where I am. So, worried, I basically bravely run away. Just sneak through this gap in the wall to get some space between me and the KV-1. That Panzer IV, however, puts a shot into my turret. I noticed him too late. He's killed my turret crew. I was lucky I was not a one-shot kill there. And I fire smoke grenades just to cover me recovering my crew and damage. Let's take a replay of that. So you can see that the smoke grenades here just create a good line of smoke cover, and now the enemy will not be able to see where I am. They will not be able to target me, and I can get my turret crew back into working order. While the rest of the battle goes on in the distance there.
Roger that. Confirming fire.
And there I am. I'm moving once again, so the tank is basically ready to go into battle again. But I've got to be careful, because I've got obviously a damaged tank now and wounded crew, and that puts me at a bit of a risk. So I'm going to hide behind this building here and attempt to look at the targets that are oncoming in the distance. We are winning quite well. They don't have many vehicles left. So, I find that's Panzer... No, it's not a Panzer IV, actually. I thought it was. It's a Italian tank destroyer. That's 2 shots he's taken from me. I've damaged his transmission, so he won't be able to drive. Then here comes a 3rd shot into him. Just clip the side of his tank. Doesn't kill all of his crew. This guy is taking a lot of shots, but this is my final shots, number 4. Into this Italian tank destroyer, and this one is the killing blow through the front plate there, which is thick but flat, so my shell can go easily in, and that's his last 2 remaining crew members, his driver and loader, eliminated, and that's him out as well. And I think that's kill number 7 I think we're up to. So again, not bad at all for this little light French tank. I am just trying to make sure I keep hiding from anyone who might be keeping an eye out for me, because there are 2 tanks in the distance, a Churchill and a M3 Lee, and they are... I don't particularly want to be shot by either of them. So I'm aiming up a shot here on the M3 Lee, which is the tank in the distance there, just to the left of that telegraph pole. He's already under fire from aircraft, and I'm just... there goes my shot. And like before, I set him on fire. I've hit the fuel tank and the engine at the back, hence him burning. And I think he's going to require, however, a good couple more shots. But this Churchill tank here, this is my nemesis. He's going to get me in a minute. So that's shot number 2 into the Lee. Shot number 3 kills him, and I die at the same time. And what happened there? So there is my shot that I fired at the M3 Lee. I think this is shot number 2, which gets eaten up by the sponson gun on the side. The M3 Lee is a weird tank design. It's basically got a howitzer in the hull and a turret on the top. Now, what happens here? This Churchill, he's fighting my ally, who he's just killed there by that puff of smoke. And he knows I am there, so that puff of orange in the distance, there's my killing shot at the M3 Lee. Coming towards the screen now. And there is the Churchill's shot. The Churchill gun is not overwhelmingly effective, but against a tank with no armor like mine does, this is always a danger. He clips the side of the railway carriage there. I can't believe that didn't hit the stairs or anything. And I actually think his shot just barely gets me. It penetrates the very front of the tank, just between where the track is and the mud guards are. You can see there, it's literally in between them. That kills my driver, and because I don't have any spare crew to replace him, that knocks my tank out. Let's go and have a look at my shell, which is still on its way towards the M3 Lee. Penetrates the side of the Swanson again and kills the rest of his crew, killing him. So that's 8 kills. And I die literally at the very end of this mission. Literally, as I'm dying, the mission is already wrapping up in a victory for my team. So that was really quite disappointing. I didn't manage to survive the whole thing. But there we have it, the AMX13 F11, a very epitome of a light tank, and one that can be surprisingly effective if you know what you're doing with it. Don't think I do know what I'm doing with it. This was one match out of about 20 I played with the AMX13, trying to get a match where I lasted long enough to show off its capabilities. I'm definitely not much of a light tank player. I'm definitely more of a medium and heavy tank player. Don't forget, if you haven't already done so, please like, comment and subscribe for more Warthunder content from us at Triclaw Gaming, but also other gaming content from us at Triclaw Gaming. And next time, I think I'm going to try to play something a little bit more to my style and taste, per se. So, I'm going to leave you now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.